Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed your breakfast. We will now continue with the rest of our program. I have the pleasure of introducing two of our very own students, undergraduate Margo Batie and graduate student Marina Robinson. They will guide us in a reflection on the life and legacy of Dr. King. We will hear first from Margo Batie, followed by Marina Robinson. Margo.
Good morning. Words cannot express how appreciative I am for the opportunity to share my experiences and celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. simultaneously. My name is Margo Batie, and I am a current senior here in both the Department of Physics and the Department of Nuclear Science and Engineering. I was blessed to grow up in a household in South Central Los Angeles where both of my parents are college educated and possess postgraduate degrees. My own identity was and still is heavily influenced by three things, the first being my upbringing. At home, education was paramount, and a huge emphasis was placed on science, engineering, technology, and mathematics. The second sphere of influence was my inner city public high school, Crenshaw High. At Crenshaw, it was all about one's association and appreciation of not only their own culture, but the cultures around them. This forged a deep sense of community between the students and a strong sense of pride associated with where we were from. Graduating from my high school was a badge of honor. Making it through Crenshaw means that you weathered the gang violence and the careless faculty and still managed to earn a diploma, despite. That you were not a part of the 51% of students who dropped out before obtaining their diploma. It means that you managed to not be another statistic. The final aspect that has shaped who I am today has been my experience, or should I say my struggle, thus far at MIT. My struggle at MIT is beyond academically because, frankly, that's a given. Everyone knows this place is more challenging than words can ever attempt to convey. My struggle is even beyond the ballot box because my right to an education has already been affirmed. People have already fought for my right to sit in one of those seats, to wear one of these coveted brass rats. And I am grateful to have the opportunity to do so, and thankful for those like Dr. Martin Luther King who helped make this possible. If someone were to ask me what I learned during my past 4 years at MIT, beyond Schrodinger's equation or reactor physics, I learned who Margo A. Batie is and what she is truly made of. Back in high school, I thought I knew who I was. I thought I was untouchable. I was a four-sport varsity athlete with the second highest GPA on campus and was extremely active in my community. I was recognized because of my accomplishments, not my background. So of course, when I came to MIT, I thought that there was no problem I couldn't solve if I put forth my maximum effort. And then freshman year happened. And my confidence waned. And then sophomore year hit harder, and I was forced to reevaluate myself. You see, the way this institute works is by breaking you, by taking what you thought defined you and taking it away from you, snatching your very foundation from beneath you and forcing you to rebuild yourself. And after you get over that initial disbelief, that you're no longer defined by what you spent so much of your life thus far perfecting, in my case, my grades, you realize that you can be and do anything. When I realized that during the summer before my junior year, everything changed. Initially, I thought there was no longer a place for Crenshaw Margo, that what happened at home was separate, both geographically and emotionally, from me here at MIT. But home always had a way of resurfacing, whether I liked it or not. Then I understood I didn't have to actively inhibit my connection to my neighborhood or suppress my emotions associated with home, that I'm allowed to grieve when I found out my grandfather passed, or when one of my classmates was gunned down in cold blood blocks away from the home I grew up in. These situations, although unfortunate, made me who I am today, resilient, despite. See, I don't want to come here and have the one fact that distinguishes me from everyone else on this campus to be my inner city upbringing. I also don't want to go home and be deemed the one who made it out of South Central LA. My success is not the result of some transcendental lottery. It's the result of hard work and perseverance, of my commitment to excellence, in the classroom, on the basketball court, on the rugby field, and in the community. I'm not an anomaly in both worlds, and I should not be one in either worlds. I'm a person who made personal choices and has personal interests, and these are the things that have shaped me to become who I am today. I'm therefore owed the opportunity to embrace these things and embrace these interests while pursuing a degree at a top institution. I don't want to be this great Black nuclear engineer or that great female physicist. I want to be that great nuclear engineer who is Black, who is female. This isn't to downplay my race or my gender, because these are proud parts of who I am. I just do not want my success to be by virtue of being Black and or female. I want to make it and be successful by virtue of being the best. Dr. King once said, "We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now." I want my differences to be celebrated and not swept under the rug in order to level the playing field. I also don't want to be Crenshaw Margo or MIT Margo. I am both. I was no less MIT Margo before I got accepted than I am Crenshaw Margo now that I'm 3,000 miles away. I'm proud to be both and content that I am not only comfortable but confident in this boat and excited for what the rest of the journey has in store for me. The sun may shine some days, others it won't. Storms will eventually pass, and no one is truly in control of where their boat will end up. But the journey continues, and so will I. Thank you.